Oh my God! Was that in my mouth? Oh. Hey guys, what's up? I thought I'd do a video. One last video with this shitty camera. Which is why I'm doing it in a little weird way. Holding the camera in front of my face. You know, having a little fun with it. Because I got myself a new web camera. And guess what, people? It's attached to a new laptop. A laptop that kicks the shit out of my old crappy desktop computer. I'm so happy. Aren't you happy that you won't have to deal with this annoying noise that you're hearing right now, like added to my voice? Yeah, that ambient noise of annoyingness. Aren't you just pleased as a pig in shit? 'Cause I am. Hopefully there won't be another annoying noise on that one. Shouldn't be. It's an HD webcam. It looks nice enough. So what kind of laptop am I getting, you're probably wondering. Well, you'll know that, and I'll explain more about that when I do the box opening video, which I plan to do. It hasn't arrived yet, but it has a estimated delivery date of January 14th, 2011. So we'll see. Maybe we'll get lucky and you'll see something on Friday or Saturday or God, I don't know. I'm going to do the box opening video with my trusty dusty little crappy camera that can't do HD, but I might do an intro there with the HD webcam. Oh man, it's going to be so nice to not have to worry about spending God knows how long on rendering and whatnot. Oh. So yeah, I figured I'd do just one more video to tell you what's up, to give you a little heads up and give you some news on what I'm doing lately. So this term in college I didn't get into the class I wanted to get into, and they pushed back the time of one of my classes and screwed that up, as you will know if you've watched my School Sucks video. But I did get into a class on writing graphic novels, which, to be honest, is not exactly what I wanted. You know, I'm more of a film buff, and I've never really been too much into comic books or graphic novels. I like movies based on graphic novels and comic books, but it's always been a task to get me to sit down and read a graphic novel or a comic book, at least for the most part. I mean, there are some exceptions, but technically I'm not supposed to tell you about this class. It's kind of like Fight Club. Rule number 1, don't talk about Fight Club. Rule number 2 apparently is don't talk about your graphic novel writing class. I decided to take the class because, you know, I've got a bunch of, well, maybe not a bunch, but I've got a few ideas rattling around in my head here, and I've always wondered how many ways, what types of ways I could get these ideas out. And I thought to myself, you know what, some of these ideas would require CGI or special effects that would cost millions, just lots of money if you were to do it in film. But hand-drawn animation in comic books, considerably cheaper. So I thought, well, maybe that is an option. I'll be the writer and I can get somebody to do the drawing for me, and that's kind of what's going to happen in this class. We're teaming up with a group of with an art class in the college, and we'll do the writing, they'll do the art type of thing, at least on one of the projects. Then there's 2 other projects in which I'll be, working on my own stuff. Hopefully, getting some help from some of my friends, who know how to draw, on some of those. I mean, you don't have to. It's not super important. You don't. The guy says it's like it doesn't matter how well you can draw, so long as you can get a point across. So it's like I could literally do it myself if I absolutely had to. It's basically like drawing a storyboard. It doesn't need to be fantastic, but I thought it'd be cool if I could involve some of my friends in this and, see what they could come up with. I want to see what happens when I write something, when I write a script for a comic book and I give it to a friend or somebody who knows how to draw, and see what they think of, what comes out of their head when they read the words on the page that I wrote, And I think that would be so freaking awesome. There's something to be said for self-publishing, doing it all yourself, but that experience has got to be amazing, just to see what people see what they really see in their heads when you write something. And so, obviously there's more than a few reasons. There's more than just one reason why I took the class here. So, it doesn't officially fit into anything that I need, and it'll probably end up being one of my electoral classes, or whatever the freaking hell you call them. It's midnight right now. I am tired. My brain is poop. But yeah, electives. Yeah, it'll probably be one of those classes, because all the classes that, I've had to take so many classes so far that didn't fit into exactly what I needed, because that's all that was available. And I'm starting to see that pattern more frequently at PSU. So I really, really can't wait until I officially become a senior, because seniors get to sign up for a class before everybody else. Well, not everybody else, but before the majority of people. They have a chance to actually get into classes that, go figure, you need for your education, for your freaking degree. It just boggles my mind. They just got to make it that hard. Where I digress. I'm not going to get into another rant. I promise, I swear to God. After I got all the books that were necessary and required for this graphic novel class, and there were quite a few, there was also quite a few added on that he said might help with the course. Those, you don't have to get them, but they're pretty good and they'll help you understand the whole concept of it. There was only one I was really interested in getting, and go figure, that's the one that got here first from Amazon. 99 Ways to Tell a Story, Exercises in Style by Matt Madden. Now, basically, this is the same comic strip. I say strip because it's really just one page. The same comic strip published 99 different ways in one book. And you get so used to the story and everything that you can literally just breeze through this thing, which is over 200 pages, in a couple of hours. And that sounds like that sounds like maybe too much for a 200 page to some people, but for you, maybe like less than an hour, probably. But me, I'm a slow reader, like a very slow reader, and this took me a couple of hours. I literally just breezed right through it, because it's just awesome. You see all these creative, different ways that they find to tell the same story, that he finds to tell the same story 99 different ways. Some of my there are some really good ones in here, some funny ones as well, but here's an interesting one. If it'll show up, come on. As you can see, it's all just words in the form of a question mark. Here's a good one. Yep, that is, according to him, a comic strip of ones and zeros in binary. Yes. Or he calls it digital, but yeah. There are some really funny ones in here, some regard that make it a religious exercise. And oh god, I want to find that one. It was just hilarious. There are some full color pictures. There's one that's a play on the as you can see, the whole strongman ad that you see in all the comic books. Let's see if I can find this one here. They've actually got one in furry animation. Yes, that's a skunk. Some of you will love that, I know. Okay, here's a funny one done in what he calls underground comics with an X, and it's basically just the hippie stoner version of the story. It goes, going down the road feeling fine. It goes, what? There's somebody comes down and says, what time is it? He says, it's wow, my hand is like beautiful. And the hand replies, aw, thanks. Yeah, it's kind of funny. This is actually a fairly recent book too. It only came out a few years ago, 5 or so. Okay, so on this one he's visiting Sodom.com, and the Grim Reaper comes up behind him and goes, what? What's happening to me? Uh-oh, what time is it? He ends up in at the pearly gates, I guess you could say. It says, it's time to accept Jesus Christ as my personal Lord and Savior. Jesus says, thanks! Unfortunately, you were baptized and confirmed in the Catholic Church, so my Father can never let you into heaven. And God says, I can smell the death wafer on you, Pope lover, but depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire. And in the end, he ends up in hell. What in heaven was I looking for, anyway? I just thought it was funny how he just quite literally gives hell to the to the Catholics in the crowd. You're a Catholic? Get the hell out of here, Pope lover. So yeah, there's quite a few interesting takes on the exact same comic over and over again in this. You might think reading the same thing over and over again 99 times would get tiring, but I'm telling you, he does it so many different ways. Each and every one, well, maybe not each and every one, but almost all of them are very interesting. Great book. I was surprised. Great book. And I'm pretty sure you can get it for under $10. It's pretty cool. I mean, you might even be able to find it at a library somewhere, but I'm glad I have it now. So anyways, that's the kind of stuff we'll be looking at. Quite literally, the book we're set to read for next week is a textbook in comic book form. I'm not kidding. Real textbooky type information in a comic book format. It's really cool. I never thought I'd be going to college to read comic books. Yeah! Now that's an education! with that, I'm going to end this video and say thank you for being loyal viewers, and thank you for dealing with this crappy webcam. I mean, you have got to be tired of seeing me this way. Well, sooner than later, you'll be seeing me in a whole new light. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later. Hopefully by the end of the week, I will have a new laptop, and you'll be seeing me in a much better quality than you did with this camera. And so long as that camera works better, I'm gonna try as much as possible not to ever use this camera again. So thanks for bearing with the poor quality, I guess is what I'm saying. And I have ensured that it should come to an end fairly soon. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Peace. I am that'll be interesting. Hey, hey, hey! I had no idea that my crappy little web camera here fits perfectly well on the top of a bottle of Robitussin. God, this makes me look humongous. God. I'm such a fatty. The main reason I took the class is because I knew... Sorry, I'm squirming around because this chair is so uncomfortable. I can't wait until I get the laptop. Well, sooner than later, you'll be seeing me in a whole new light. Well, maybe not a whole new light. That's going in the